Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Data Treat. So today we'll be discussing about how to find and delete duplicates from a table. So let's get started. Let me query my table first. I already have created one table called employees table. So this is my table with employee ID, first name, last name and department. So there are some duplicates in the table. If I just order by, I can see the duplicates, right? So there are 4 rows with same employee ID, 1. Again, some rows with same employee ID, 2. Again, 2 rows with same employee ID, 3, and so on, right? So I want to find the duplicates because there can be multiple rows in this table, right? So I can't see manually. So I want to find out those rows which are duplicate. So let's get started. Let me just write duplicates based on employee ID. So what I'll do is I'll group by this employee ID column and then count it. So select employee ID, count employee ID, right, from employees, and then group by employee ID. So what I'm doing is I am grouping by employee ID and then again counting those rows. So if I run this, so you can see that the employee ID 1 has repeated 4 times, 2 has repeated 3 times, and so on. I'll just give an aliasing for this. Duplicate count. So now I want to see only the duplicates, right, which are more than 1. That's how we say that it is repeated, right? If it is 1, it means it's only present in 1 row. So for that I'll use having clause, having count employee ID. It should be greater than 1, right? So now if I run this, so whatever employee ID which has repeated more than once, it will come in the output. I can remove this as well. After this, I don't need this. So now these are the employee IDs which are duplicate in the table. Similarly, let's say if we want to find out duplicates based on first name and not the employee ID, or based on last name, right? Based on any one column. Let me query this. So right now we found these duplicates based on the employee ID, right? So if let's say this one is getting repeated somewhere, it told that it has duplicates. But let's say I want to find out the duplicates based on first name. How do I do it? So nothing much. We just need to change this query a little bit. So I'll just write first here duplicates based on first name. So I just have to do the same thing. I'll just say first name and then count first name, again group by first name, and then I'll first run this. So I've got the counts, right? So now I just need to say that I want only those counts which are greater than 1. Yeah, so I got the duplicates like in first name. So similarly for any column we can do like this. Moving ahead, let's see some another scenario where let's say I want to find duplicates based in 2 columns. Let's say duplicates for first name in same department, right? So the first name should be same in both row and the department as well. So if I run this, right, you can see, right, let's say this row 1, it has employee ID 1. Again this has also employee ID 1. First name is Rahul, last name is again same, department is also same, but I am interested in same first name and same department, right? So how do I do it? So similar approach, I'll now select two columns. One would be first name and another would be department, right? And then count, and again this time I have to group by both columns. And then again count should be okay. First let's run without having clause. Yeah, so again we got this result, right? So now I'll say having count greater than 1. So we'll be getting everything other than these 2 rows, right, with 1. Yeah, so these are the rows. So this first row is getting repeated 4 times where both first name and department are same in all the 4 rows. Similarly for this Priya and HR, it's getting repeated 3 times in 3 rows. So that's how we find it. So these are for 2 columns, right? Now let's say we want to compare all the columns. All the columns in the sense this all employee ID, first name, last name and department, all these columns should be same in across all rows, right? So how do I do that? So that is also a similar approach. We'll just put all the column names here. First name, last name, employee ID, it was there right earlier. Employee ID, first name, last name, and then department, and then again count, and then group by will again do everything. So we can run this now. Yeah, so this is the thing. Now it is comparing all the columns. So we just selected all the columns, employee ID, first name, last name and department, and then we calculated the count from the table, and then we did the group by for the same columns, all columns, and then said having clause wherever the count is greater than 1. So that's how we do it. So now we have found the duplicates, right, using different scenarios. So now how do I delete the duplicates, right? So again I'll query the main table. So look, let's say this one employee ID is getting repeated multiple times, right? But I don't want all these rows. I just want this first row, and I want to delete rest of them. This one, and this one, and similarly for other employee ID as well. So how do I do that? So let me write this: delete duplicates based on employee ID. So for this, what we can do is we can use this one of the window function first to assign a row number. So let me say select everything, comma, row number over partition. I'll do a partition by this employee ID because I want to find the duplicates based on the employee ID, right? So I'll say partition by employee ID. So once I do the partition, I also want to display it based on the employee ID only. I mean, I want to print it in ascending order of employee ID. So I'll say order by employee ID. And then let's give it elishing row number, something like that, from employees. So let's run this once. So if you see, now we have done like a partition. So partition by employee ID. So wherever it is equal, right? So let's say it started with 1. So there are 4 rows with same employee ID, 1, 1, 1, 1. And also it has displayed it. I mean, it has ordered it by employee ID. So it will print it in ascending order. So for this one, it has assigned a rank 1. Again, for another one, it has assigned 2, again 3, and again 4. After that, again it started phrase with another employee ID 2, which is repeated 3 times, and again it will assign 1, 2, 3. That's how row number works, right? So we got this. Now I don't want all the rows. So let's say it got a rank 1, right? But I only want this row, and I want to delete the rest of 3, 1, 1, 1. Similarly for this 2, I got this rank 1. I want to keep it, but I want to delete all this next 2 rows, and so on. So how do I do this is, I'll say this as a city, and then I'll say delete from city where row number which is elishing is greater than 1. So what it will do is, it will go and check wherever it is greater than 1, it will delete everything. So it will only keep the row with row number 1, right? So if it does so, we'll be ending up with this row 1. It will delete this 2, 3, 4. Again we will be getting this row, and again it will delete. So wherever it has assigned rank more than 1, right, it will delete it, and we'll be ending up with only the unique ones, and that will be in our result. So let's draw this. We need to select everything because we are using this CT, right? And then we'll run. So it deleted it. Now let's check it back if it has deleted or not. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so now we don't have any duplicates, right? So this employee ID 1, it is only there once. 3 is only there once. Let's order by once now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All the employee IDs, it is unique and it is only there once, right? So it got successfully executed. Yeah, so that's how we can find duplicates based on different columns, different scenarios, right? And also we can delete using this one of the approach. There are a lot of other approaches as well, but this is one of the approach I discussed. Yeah, thank you for watching.